Hi, my name is Tabish Zedi. I'm the course coordinator of Masters of Clinical Pharmacy program and postgraduate honors, professional honors in clinical pharmacy program. The purpose of this introductory video is to basically identify myself to you. Uh, as a distance learning coordinator, we actually deal with quite a challenging situation, contrary to what we are used to in typical academic environment where we can interact with our student on one-to-one basis, face-to-face in lecture theaters, hospital-based learning. So it's probably a good idea for me to just introduce myself initially to you guys so that you are aware of my background and what I've been doing so far and what role I'll be playing in these units that you are enrolled as a part of your course. So I did my Bachelor of Pharmacy quite a long time ago, 1998. I finished my internship in hospital pharmacy in 1999, and I'm a registered pharmacist with a special interest in clinical pharmacy in general, but infectious diseases, critical care pharmacy, evidence-based practice, and use of evidence into clinical practice. I also have research portfolio in renal medicine and a number of other professional activities that I do. I'm a board certified pharmacotherapy specialist by Board of Pharmacy Specialties in United States, and I'm also basically accredited pharmacist by Society of Hospital Pharmacy. I'm a member of SHPA, Society of Hospital Pharmacy. I do have a very strong clinical background. So when it comes to the application of evidence in real practice, it's not that I'm completely unaware of what's happening in hospital and community pharmacy. I still work in community pharmacy once every fortnight, and I teach regularly at the Royal Hobart Hospital with third year and fourth year. So, and based on my previous clinical background, I'm aware of the limitations that you have with your work in terms of studying certified unit. So overall, this is a document that we have for Masters of Clinical Pharmacy as well as a separate document for professional honors. But I'm just trying to show you the whole document so that you have an idea that what is involved from day one. About if you finish your professional honors and you're interested in progressing to clinical pharmacy masters, that what is involved from day one. So it just give you a very good idea of what you will be trying to achieve from this course. So we want you to analyze complex patient cases to identify and frame specific answerable questions, retrieving and summarizing findings from current literature to basically apply evidence to patient care. You also are expected to apply advanced clinical knowledge to optimize therapeutic outcome in specific patient with a wide range of disease states, and that happens when you progress from one unit to another unit, and altogether there'll be 6 clinical coursework unit. We are also interested in written and verbal communication skill so that you can discuss complex patient medicine issues as well as you feel comfortable with dealing with other healthcare professional using specific evidence to demonstrate your knowledge as well as solving patient cases in collaborative use of medicine. At the same time, we are also interested in your presentation skills and you are able to present complex ideas in a form of presentation. I'm going to discuss individual task details later on in individual videos as well as presentations. So the second part of this particular talk, which is the introductory talk of the unit and the course, is to explain you about Milo. So those of you who are new to Milo and new to these unit who have just joined us in this semester should continue watching this video, but if you are used to how these things are working and have been working for a while, then you don't need to spend too much time on Milo, but you still need to spend some time on getting your head around assignment 1, 2, 3, and 4 because there are significant changes in all 4 assignments. At this point, I'll also explain just briefly, not a lot of discussion around it, but just briefly that what is the difference between just finishing your professional honors and progressing to masters. So if you finish these 6 units, 721 to 726 clinical coursework unit, you are eligible to apply as an exit for graduate diploma in clinical pharmacy from this program. So you do not need to finish 727 and 711. Or basically 727 and 408 because that's the master's document. So CSA 408 will be the one that will replace CSA 711 in your case if you are coming through professional honors scheme. But basically the biggest difference between finishing professional honors and progressing to masters or taking exit as a graduate diploma in clinical pharmacy is that if you are interested after doing all this literature review and applying research to patient care, if you are interested in doing your own research, if you are interested in developing a proposal research project that you are going to do in your clinical practice. It can be a quality improvement project, systematic meta-analysis or literature review, an intervention project, an observational cohort study, many kind of studies. Uh, Only then it is worthwhile to doing the research methodology course and progressing to do masters of clinical pharmacy because that include a research component. But if you force yourself that you are not interested in research, I wouldn't recommend you to go ahead and do research unit because it's really quite a difficult task. So there's the difference that has been explained between professional honors and clinical pharmacy, that not only that you have to do 5 units or additional 4 units if you're coming from professional honors stream, it is very important that you enjoy research and you have that research frame uh, uh, in you are interested in research, you are interested in looking at your current practice and identifying a gap to do research. So if you're not interested in research and you don't feel comfortable in doing research, then perhaps a better idea instead of completing the whole professional honors is to take an exit as graduate diploma in clinical pharmacy or do the professional honors and then graduate from that program, and once you are ready to do research, then you can come back to the course to do research, and then of course you are going to get full credit. You only have to do a research project and finish research units. Now I'm explaining the Milo description. So I'm just describing how the Milo look like in this semester. So those of you who are used to Milo can basically just stop watching and perhaps start watching a new video which is more relevant to you. So those of you who are new to the course, Milo is the basic electronic management system that we do, is the student portfolio or the platform that we use to interact and deliver our units. Being a distance learning student, I think Milo is your only point of contact with me. So it is really important that you understand how Milo works. It's also very like traditionally there are specific videos on your student center that I describe and explain Milo. I basically prefer my own description of everything so that you have a clear understanding of what I mean from each of these areas. So you once you choose your particular unit from 721 to 726, you will be actually looking at this particular page, which is the basic opening page, and then there's a content sections where you are going to have a list of all contents. First things to be seen is where you are going to access this video that I am recording at the moment, but then you have brief structure of the unit where I explain how this unit works, learning expectation from you, issues surrounding uh, plagiarism, and basically cheating and copy pasting from internet resources. I'm going to go into detail so of that, and I'll also going to highlight the policy, and just to reinforce the message again that I am quite strict when it comes to plagiarism, because I don't even I have a very low threshold of ignoring these things. So I usually take plagiarism very seriously. Um, Basically, if you really want to do well in your units, is good. You need to work hard. But if you are cheating the system, and I personally review any of the assignment that are being doubted for plagiarism, and where tutors have some concern that it might be copied, and I'm actually not bragging about it, but I'm pretty good into looking into the assignment and identifying evidence that support that. So as a bottom line, do not copy paste your material from any source, any source in internet, Google, papers, review paper, books. And I'm going to go in much more details under the plagiarism section. I'm going to provide you with the definition what is and what is not plagiarism, including the Turnitin system and how it works. Then you're going to see these modules. So we call these things module: structure, evidence-based medicine, short clinical cases, long clinical cases, clinical presentations. You are required to present a presentation in this topic, but again, I'm going to discuss details within that tab. Any help regarding the referencing system is there. I'm going to also discuss referencing system in more detail. If I'm putting anything for you to watch and to include basically other reference material, review papers, glossary of terms, that should be in learning resources. So basically, in the previous format, we have all these four things like structure, evidence-based medicine, short clinical cases, and there used to be only long clinical cases here, and there will be cases within these headings, but this time I'm keeping the content separate to the assessments. So this description of assignment is where the description is what is your assessment. So there will be four assessment tasks, and these are the details of what is assignment 1, 2, 3, and 4. But these are the section where I'm going to explain what is assignment 1, 2, 3, and 4. After describing them, I can release actual assignments here. So you can see that they'll have a definite beginning date at which you are going to have access to your assignment. So just in summary, you are going to have access to everything that these assignments are based on, then these assessment tasks are based on, but the actual assessment task will be released on a given date. Anything related to the contents of this whole unit will be available under the content section. News section is where I'm going to post news, inform you about things, and this is really important. So once you have news, I think it will come in your news feed. So the first thing that you are going to see when you log on is these news items. So definitely you can easily access them. They'll be just delivered directly to you. It's very hard to not read news items, and that's why we call it news items, that these items will come or pop up or just will be gathered in your front screen, the first screen of your unit automatically whenever I'm going to post any news item. Discussion forum is the forum where you can have general feedback or questions regarding your unit. So you can post that here. You'll also have part of assignment 1 and 2 as a discussion forum, and I'm going to explain more details about it, and I'm going to give you more information about how we are going to use discussion board for that particular aspect of your assessment. Dropbox is the place where you are going to submit your assignments. So you are going to have assignment due dates, and then you are going to have assignment 1, 2, 3, and 4. So assignment 1 obviously will be the first assignment that you are submitting. You will have an understanding of how the assignment 1 to 4 look like from the day 1 of your enrollment in the unit, but you won't have access to actual assignment, and you cannot submit a different assignment under assignment one. That's a major change from last semester. So those of you who are old to the system, I'm going to reinforce the message in assignment tabs anyway, but there's also a change and I'm highlighting that change here. Quizzes section we are not going to use. Same goes with grades. Grades is where you can see your grades, but the point is that once you look into your Dropbox, once I've marked, like once your assignment have been marked and you have a particular grade and mark attached to it, you can basically see your feedback and grades into that particular unit. Um, Other tools, you don't need to worry about that. And if you need to do something with other tools, I'll explain you whenever you have to do anything regarding that. So basically, this is just a tour of everything. For this particular video, so I've explained you all these things. If you have any question while you're watching it, wait till you see all the videos and read all the content section, your unit outline, which will be available from your first page, which is like once you log in, unit outline will be available at the unit outline section. Before you discuss specific issues, either calling or emailing me. So it will be a good idea to first have a look around content section and to see if what you're asking is already there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a good start in this course as well as your starting unit. Have a nice